label, dropping Project A Great Chaos last year that quickly took him out the underground and right into the mainstream. But when
alright, my fault.
During this amount of success, he has encountered some enemies along the way. And now first, starting all the way back in early 2021, in the TNX relapse era, after recently signed to Opium, this is when Ken really gained a lot of popularity in the underground, and did lead to a lot of Cardi fans now being Ken fans. And one day on Twitter, a Cardi fan asked Ken, would he ever want to be on a Pierre beat? Because obviously Cardi and Pierre
I did hear about this. I seen a screenshot. I think Ken was like asking to work with him, and then Pierre like basically little bro him, saying nah, on my level.
I worked so close in the past, but Ken responded saying nope, which did surprise many fans because why wouldn't Ken want to work with like, you know, Pierre, and when Pierre and Cardi have worked so much in the past? But Ken then responded that Pierre told him that he actually wasn't on the same level and that he would.
Nah, W, the nigga told me I wasn't on the same level as him. Ever since that day I've been going up, no beef, I just wouldn't feel comfortable working. No L. I don't take L's.
Wouldn't feel comfortable working with him. I mean, if this is true, man, that is
no B. He took that. I fuck with that response. I think that's exactly what I was talking about too.
Absolutely wild, bro. But as a lot of the Cardi fans turned into Ken fans, this led to a lot of Opium fans turning on Pierre. And a year later, the A&R of Opium Baby, and was then going edit at Pierre on Twitter saying that he actually, like, you know, had to beg Cardi to let him in the studio. And we
fuck Pierre too. I had to beg bro to let you in the studio. Don't bite the hand that feed you. Damn, niggas hate Pierre now. I still fuck with him, but I think he's dropping an album soon. I don't know. I don't really keep up, but damn, they turn on Pierre.
And we obviously don't know what the, like, you know, context was, but it seems like the, like, you know, relationship with Pierre and Opium has not been looking too good recently. Obviously Cardi's go-to producer is no longer Pierre, as it's Filthy now, but hope we actually do get some sort of Cardi and Pierre collab someday, so as Pierre is still an absolute legend in the music industry. And everyone who's hating on Pierre is likely just a new gen fan who's still probably in middle school, so hey man, stop hating. And now moving on to our next enemy all the way back in the Project X era. In the summer of 2021, Ken Carson posted a music video to the song Butterflies on his Instagram, and a fan in the comments put at Can. And there wasn't any, like, you know, prior Can or, like, you know, Ken beef, so this all was pretty unexpected. But Ken responded to that fan saying, don't add no biting ass rapper under my shit. This was supposedly aimed at Can snippet that actually, like, you know, had a similar sounding beat to Ken, as y'all can see.
Yeah, damn, I don't know. Niggas don't say that's a reach. They literally sound the same thing.
And Can then responded saying this on live.
You go Kid Carson, bitch, you figured I got my own way.
You had to include the syrup. I fuck with Can though. Always gotta include the syrup.
But after it then seemed like the two were cool after Ken joined Can's live, asking to actually meet at the studio. But then a year later, fans kept stirring up more and more beef between Can and Ken, which then led to Can saying on live that he can drop whenever he wants since he's not under a label like Ken. And this then led to a string of tweets from Ken, with an iconic one being "Post your shows gang lol," which was clearly directed at Ken since, like, you know, Ken Carson was on tour at the time going absolutely crazy, but Ken obviously wasn't posting any shows. And this then led to a diss track from Can called "Post Your Shows Gang lol," clearly directed at Ken Carson, but it was then changed to "Post Your Racks Gang lol." Also, apparently Ken's song Teen Bean was also aimed at Can as well, as some, like, you know, lyrics apparently have diss Can, but it seems like they actually are on good terms as of now, since, like, you know, nothing serious happened between the two. I mean, we actually did have other issues with, like, you know, Double R and Opium with the whole Summers and Homicide Gang beef.
Oh my gosh, I was streaming when that happened. Literally, I was streaming that whole time, and then I seen Jace go live and just clown Summers that entire time. That shit was crazy.
This is obviously a whole
they yanked some of his hair out. They yanked some of his dreads out and started selling it for like 15K. Somebody bought it too.
Other story. And I remember,
literally could have been hair from their ball sack and you would have bought it.
Remember when I talked about Opium Baby taking shots at Pierre Bourne? Now, if y'all weren't living under a rock, and you guys probably remember out of nowhere, A$AP Rocky dropped a song with Cardi, Sights, on his Instagram. I remember being in Mexico at the time seeing this, and my mind was absolutely blown. And now Cardi's camp was pissed at Rocky.
I'm not gonna lie, that song is like the equivalent to like Hood by Air. No, Backrooms, cause I don't know. A$AP on that beat just like left me puzzled. I mean, I liked it eventually because I just kept hearing the song over and over. and I tolerated it. And then hearing, I think Backrooms was kind of better, but still hearing Travis on the beat like that, it just didn't sound very normal to me. But I still bumped both of them.
Posted it without them knowing, and Opium Baby especially was super
literally my following thing. Notification.
Saying like, you know, f Rocky and all this other crazy shit. And the leak of this song costed Cardi's cam, which also means because of this leak, Cardi's album might have been delayed, which is absolutely crazy because this song is like, you know, pretty old, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And what's even crazier is that Opium Baby was tweeting the lyrics after Rocky dropped it. So either he's doing this shit for clout or I don't know what the fuck bro's on about, bro. And Ken also retweeted Opium Baby's tweets, meaning that he actually also probably wasn't too happy with Rocky either. It's crazy because Rocky came up with Cardi and Cardi's cam does not f with, like, you know, Rocky, man. Well, apparently Cardi and Rocky are still on good terms according to Rocky. Other artists Ken has apparently not been on good terms with recently is first Osa Mason, as he was apparently blackballing Osa Mason and apparently telling the producers not to send him beats. But then was saying that he has no idea who Osa Mason is, so maybe it was all just a misunderstanding. And also Ken took shots at Lifeless Garments, Southside Silhouette, and Rolling Thrax, as a snippet was leaked of Ken Carson dissing all three of them. Now, I don't think that there was any prior beef besides Lone dissing Southside Silhouette a few years ago.
No, I don't fuck with Southside Silhouette. Okay.
But after this diss, Lifeless Garments previewed his diss track X-Man on Ken Carson. And Lifeless Garments also recently responded to the Ken Carson diss in this interview right here.
So you know the clip that went viral with Ken Carson, you know, mentioning your name and stuff like that on it when you first heard it, what was your thoughts? So let me ask you this, did you take it as a diss or more like a shout out?
Yeah, to that shit as a diss. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
But besides these beefs, it seems like Ken has been a pretty unproblematic rapper. And I guess we'll see who else will actually be Ken's next enemy. Besides that, I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video, man. If you guys did enjoy,
these beefs were literally pointless as hell. They were all from tweets and fans, like dragging shit that wasn't even supposed to be dragged.